Okay, well, one of the things for doing produce and making it stay fresh is washing it, cooling it off really fast, and then drying it. So I'm working on the drying part right now. Obviously, you know, when you wash salad at home, you stick it in a little salad spinner. So I've got a little salad spinner right here. It's an old washer that works. I think it works. It's supposed to work. So what I've done, I'll just tip it back up for now. You can see I've taken off all the controls right here. All the electronics, I've just kind of wasted all the electronics, ripped off the top and all that kind of stuff. And I am bypassing all of that and going to put a switch, I'm going to install a switch right to the electric motor that spins the washer, like in the spin cycle. So anyways, so I ripped all that stuff off, and now I'm locating the wires. I already took my little ohm meter and I've identified the red is hot, the white is neutral, and the green/yellow is ground. Okay, so I've already done that, took my ohm meter and got continuity there. For those of you who don't know what that is, you this is your VOM, or your volt ohm meter, and you just turn it to the one that says ohm, and it even has a thing that goes, you can't hear that, it's good, but it's going deep. So like here's my neutral, put it on there, stick it in the motor white, and then there I got my beep. So I know which wires are which going directly into the washer. So right now I'm about to test it. So I've got my cable here, and this one usually is neutral, the one as it's facing away from you on your left. So we're going to see if that goes through, and so this one should be neutral. I'm going to test that too, just to make sure. I'll put this there, put this here. No?
You don't have it anymore.
Oh yeah, I just didn't have it done. So okay, so that'll help me identify which one when I go put them together. Yeah, okay, so it's that one there with that little extra thing on it. So what I'm going to do is to test it, I'm just going to do the one that I just identified as neutral to the white. I'm going to go the green one to my, I've already stripped the ends of the wires. Strip these. I'll put these two together. This is just for testing to make sure it works. And then once I get ready to go, and then my hot, which happens to be red on this one, usually it's white and black, but depending on what the application is. Put those two together, and I'll put wire nuts on real quick. I need some orange wire nuts, but these will just be temporary, just while I'm testing it. Alright, so I'm good to go. Now, once I plug this in, I'm gonna not plug it in very long, but I just want to see if this motor starts to turn. It's on its side, which is not the way it should be, because it's gonna bind up. But I just want to see if I've got power. So, because I gotta go right to the capacitor, which this should go to the capacitor first. See you can't see it here, but you got the white and the red going to this big capacitor first. And that's, you got to go there before it goes to the motor to start the motor up. So anyway, there we have it, and I'm just going to plug it in real quick and see if it goes. And it doesn't go. It could be Yeah, here's some. Okay, so next I'm gonna have to troubleshoot. Okay, we hooked it up, and like I was showing you, we did all that, and it should work, but it didn't. So realized this washing machine's been sitting outdoors for about a year that I know of, and so this motor was completely frozen up. So the next step then is to get it unfrozen and see what happens. So that's what I did. So I tipped it upside down, and then I sprayed. This stuff is really good. It's twice as good. I guess twice as good as the next best stuff. I don't know. That's the name of it. But I've been using this lately, and it's really good. So I tipped it upside down so it would run down in the motor, and just sprayed a whole bunch inside there, because you can't get directly at the bearings. But I know it's just frozen up where the stator and the rotor come together. So I just need to get some stuff in there and loosen it up. And then it's not a bad idea to figure out the rotation, which way it's going to rotate. And it's got this little shaft sticking out of it. So you put the pipe wrench on there, get it nice and tight, and then just kind of nudge it, which is what I did, and freed that up. So now we're going to try it again now that it's freed up, and see if this thing will spin. Oh, by the way, I took the belt off too, just to release more pressure from it, so I get all my strength from the pipe wrench right on there. So anyways, let's check it out. There's my electric cord, and see if it spins. All right, here we go. Just like shit. Okay, so my next step is going to be to put the belt back on it, and I'm going to run this cable back up on top. The idea is to mount a switch to the side, probably a timer switch, so I can turn it on for, I want to spin it for 3 minutes or whatever. And but the next step is to put the belt back on and see if it'll spin the tub. So I'll get back with you in a second. Okay, so here's the moment of truth. Don't know for sure if it's going to, if there's like a starter to start it out slow, or if the motor will just catch up to it. But let's see, give it a shot. I think it should go. There you go. Now if that don't get your greens dry, I don't know what will. Alright, so we had tested the drum, and it spun just fine, but we hadn't hooked up a switch yet. So basically we used that same exact setup, and I just run it up through a box. Got an outdoor box, went down to Lowe's and got a timer, just like a bathroom timer that you would have in a heat fan in the bathroom, and just hooked it up right here. So that way I can not forget and leave it on. So basically, you just turn the thing on and it'll run and start up. I'll put my lettuce in there, my kale, or whatever it is